All right, so you guys have sent in some really cool thoughts on like finding beauty in unexpected places.
Yeah,
And I love this topic. It's something I think we could all use a little more of, you know?
definitely. It's kind of like a hidden superpower we all have, right?
Right.
It's finding those little sparks of joy in the everyday.
Like it's not about waiting for that perfect sunset or, a big vacation.
It's about the little things, those small details we often miss when we're rushing around.
Exactly. I was thinking about this earlier. Like just this morning, I was walking my dog and I was totally out of it, like just thinking about my to-do list and all that.
Mhm.
And then I saw it, this tiny little mushroom growing out of a crack in the sidewalk.
Oh, wow.
And it sounds silly, but it totally made my day. It was this little pop of like resilience and beauty in this totally unexpected place.
And that's exactly what's so powerful about this, right? Like that mushroom wasn't waiting for you to have the perfect morning walk or for the weather to be ideal. It just was.
It just was. And it totally shifted my perspective, even just for a minute.
And that's what this is all about, those perspective shifts. Because when you start to look for the beauty in the unexpected, you start to see the world differently.
Okay, so how do we actually do that? How do we cultivate that? I don't know, is it skill, a mindset? What would you call it?
It's a bit of both, actually. It's like, imagine you're an explorer, right? And you're entering a new jungle or a forest for the very first time.
Okay, I like this.
You're going to be paying attention to every little detail, right? The way the light filters through the leaves, the insects crawling on the forest floor, the sounds of the birds.
Yeah, you're totally present, taking it all in.
Exactly. And that's the kind of attention we want to bring to our everyday lives, because when you really look, there's beauty to be found everywhere, like the way the sunlight hits a spider web, or the intricate patterns on a seashell, things we might normally just walk right past.
Yeah, and it's not about like pretending everything is perfect all the time. It's about finding those bright spots, even when things are tough,
Exactly. It's about choosing to see the good, even in the midst of chaos.
So how do we make this a habit? Like, how do we actually remember to look for these things when we're, stressed or busy?
Well, I think it starts with awareness. Just being mindful of where your attention is going. Are you constantly focused on your phone or on your to-do list? Or are you taking the time to actually look around and engage with your surroundings?
That's so true. I know I'm definitely guilty of being glued to my phone way too often.
And it's not about judging ourselves for that. It's just about noticing it and making a conscious effort to be more present.
So it's like a muscle we can strengthen. The more we use it, the easier it gets.
Exactly. And the more you practice, the more those little moments of beauty will start to jump out at you. You'll start to see the world through different lenses.
It's like putting on those X-ray goggles from the comic books.
Exactly. You start to see the magic that was always there. You just weren't paying attention.
And I love the idea that, like you were saying, this isn't about ignoring the hard stuff. It's about finding those moments of joy that can help us through those difficult times.
It's about building resilience through appreciation.
That's beautifully put. So it's almost like a mental reset button. Like when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, finding something beautiful, however small, can kind of shift your energy.
Exactly. It's like a mini vacation for your mind.
I love that.
Yeah.
And for everyone listening, I challenge you to be a beauty seeker today.
Yes. Look for those moments of wonder, those little sparks of joy that remind you of the magic in the everyday.
You never know what you might find.
You never know.
And on that note, thanks for joining us for another deep dive. And we'll see you next time for more explorations into the power of perspective.